Now, after the renewed attacks and President Trump saying the ceasefire with Iran is over, the Dow tumbled, closing down nearly 600 points as oil prices rose. A barrel of Brent crude climbed up more than 7% to over $79. President Trump says he expects oil prices to go down quickly.
The prices of oil are dropping like a rock. Now they'll be up a little bit, and this will end very quickly. We have an oil glut right now because we got all those boats out of the strait, and it's going to drop.
Okay, let's bring in MarketWatch Washington Bureau Chief Rob Schroeder. Rob, great to be with you. Gas and oil prices had been trending down, and now this happens. What do you expect to see in the coming days? Could we see oil creep back up past $100 a barrel again?
Yeah, I think it all depends really on, does the president follow through with what he was talking about today from Turkey, which is more strikes on Iran. He did make that threat. It wasn't necessarily a promise, but as we can see, as we've observed today with oil skyrocketing and stocks dropping pretty precipitously, the market takes these things seriously until there is something to not be worried about. And right now, I think the worry is still out there.
Yeah, the president said just then that we have an oil glut right now. So what is the status of our oil supply, and what does it mean, of course, for gas prices?
Well, the U.S. in fact does produce quite a bit of oil. It's been that way for many years now, thanks to things like fracking. But, you know, it's a global market, of course, and the supply goes to bidders around the world. So when you're talking about that global market and different suppliers in different places, the Strait of Hormuz here is a huge factor. And when he talks about closing it partially just to the Iranian traffic, that gets the market's attention. That raises worries about future supplies, no matter how much supply is out there, and the possibility of crimping it, and thus later on down the road, sending gasoline prices higher. So that's the kind of psychology that you're seeing, and those prices that you're seeing rising, I think, even as we speak.
And how are investors dealing with this constant whiplash of news recently, really through Trump's second term?
Yeah, today, for example, we saw all the major indexes down in the U.S., although at the end, I think the NASDAQ came back a bit. That's the tech-heavy index where you have, those big stocks that we've all been hearing about these last few months and years. I think advisors, financial advisors would counsel investors, I think, to go to think long haul about these sorts of things. The S&P 500, for example, this year, I'll just check, is up about 9% for the year. And that's been through the start of this war with Iran, the highs and lows, the peaks and valleys, if you like. So it has made healthy gains. But of course, those are threatened the longer that this uncertainty goes on. And we don't know what's going to happen next year.
Rob Schroeder, thanks so much.